And now another stunning new report about fish. You try to eat fish because you think it's healthy. Now government researchers have discovered mercury in every fish they tested in a survey of the nation's waterways. So what does this mean for people who should eat fish and want to? We're joined now by our medical contributor, Dr. Marie Savard. Want to settle this? Can we settle this? First of all, tell me more about what this study found.
Yeah, this study actually was just looking at the streams. They looked at 300 streams throughout the United States and found, much to our surprise, there was a lot more mercury in all of the fish, and a quarter of the fish had more than what the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, recommends.
So what, some 75% had traces of mercury, which you don't want in huge quantities, but 25% had really dangerous levels.
Yeah, so that means if you have a family member who's out there fishing in the stream, beware. But that's not talking about what you buy in the supermarket. In fact,
well, this is key.
Yes, the National
Heads up, everyone.
The National Fisheries Institute says clearly it's important to note that this study is not about commercial seafood, but recreationally caught fish, not the kind that the Americans might find in the supermarket or in their grocery shelves or restaurants.
And nonetheless, we have been told that there are some guidelines to follow, even when you're shopping at the supermarket. So
yes.
Take us through these fish again, because I cannot keep it in my head which ones are potentially filled with mercury and which ones aren't.
Okay, I think we should start with the high level, the ones that have high level of mercury that the Environmental Protection Agency tells women and children they should avoid altogether.
Right.
We don't even include those here. Those are everything from shark to swordfish to the king mackerel and even tilefish. So we should avoid those altogether if you're a child or a potentially pregnant woman.
And swordfish, for instance, if you're a healthy adult, not a child?
Limit it. It has a lot of mercury in it, but
limited
you can
to
certainly probably less than once a week.
Okay. Now, the next level, the middle level that has some mercury, but they don't think it's dangerous level.
Okay, tuna happens to be such a common fish, yet it has a fair amount of mercury. So the recommendation is for, again, mothers and children to limit the amount to no more than one serving. This is a 6-ounce serving a week. Tuna, we're talking about sushi grade, grilled tuna, and even albacore white tuna in the can once a week.
Even the white tuna in the can?
Yes, because the mercury binds to that white meat that we love so much. So limit that, again, for women and pregnant children and children. Obviously.
And regular adults?
Again, limit it to some degree, but perhaps have more, maybe once or twice a week.
Okay, and then these are the healthiest fishes?
Yes, these are the small fish, this non-predatory fish. It's really the big deep fish that are predatory on all the smaller fish that have the mercury. This is the fish that doesn't so much. We're talking about anchovies, sardines, smaller whitefish, salmon, believe it or not, is actually good.
Okay.
And
shrimp,
other whitefish, and tuna. If you're buying canned tuna, especially if you're pregnant for your children, get the light tuna or darker tuna, as we typically call it, because that has lower mercury in it. White tuna is albacore once a week only. Lighter, or as some people say, the dark tuna, which you can see there,
is safer.
Yes.
I mean,
and it doesn't matter whether it's cooked or not. Believe it or not, the mercury binds to the protein, so whether you cook it or eat it in sushi form, you're getting the same amount of mercury.
And as we know that in high toxic levels, mercury can cause neurological problems, which is the reason for all these studies. Okay.
Yes.